Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Divinity walkthrough. We are in the Black Cove still. We passed through the pirate office, I think it was. Yeah. There's an ornate chest here, and it's guarded obviously by a trap. I'm not sure here if I... Yeah, it looks like I am going to go for the disarm. Okay. This thing is a level 5 lock. And there's another trap right in front of me. Oh, God, be careful. I almost walked right into that. That would have been bad. Yeah, so the ornate chest there, I actually ended up picking that up. I think I picked the lock later. So I think I just hauled it around with me for a little while. But you don't see me grab it right now. It was on my return trip. I think I completed a bunch of the stuff up ahead, and then I picked it up on the way back. Here I knew there was a battle coming up there, so I was trying to prepare better, but I didn't. I wasn't comfortable with the setup. The interesting, or there's a kind of a cool way to do this battle in that you can use the bridge to your advantage. So the enemies are really big, and I don't think they can pass by each other. So what I did here, this is really dangerous. Okay, there we go. I summoned a spider to trigger the battle. Okay, that's more like it. So yeah, so like I said, okay, so there's a mimic. I think that's a mimic. Oh no, it says it's an ornate chest. Okay. So that thing I think mimic when I see a treasure chest that will attack you from the I think Final Fantasy games. I think that's where that started. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the origins are somewhere else. But anyways, the cool thing about the bridge is that these hard-shelled crabs, I think, will kind of like march up single file and come at you one at a time because they're so wide, so they won't be able to get around each other. Now, I don't know if you noticed there, but my main character up in the front just got wrecked by that treasure chest. Those chests hit really hard. But anyway, so like I was saying, the chest won't move. So if you want to, you can stay out of its range, which I kind of recommend if your gear is as bad as mine. But yeah, so like I said, you can kind of just chill back here and kill off all the crabs first, and kind of position yourself back here on the bridge, and yeah, I guess just go from there. You could get really creative if you wanted to and lure them back across the bridge. I tried to do that. It didn't work out so well, just because I didn't do it in a very good way. I could have used the teleporter pyramid. So like, we'll just say in this instance, go up with one of my main characters there with a summon ability, and if I would have had a summon or a pyramid on that character, and then the other pyramid back on the other side of the bridge there where the bomb was at and the barrel, I could have lured the crabs back across the bridge and made them walk right into the exploding barrel. But I guess I just wasn't feeling as creative this time around. But yeah, that would have been okay. Kind of would have been neat, but. Generally, I try to get a little more creative with the battles because you can in this game, as opposed to and here I'm picking up gold on accident. I don't know why I got into range of that. I guess I wanted to go for the knockdown, but there wasn't much reason to do that. And I've got a bunch of these crabs now paralyzed, so I think my plan may have adjusted at this point because I was pretty confident here. Yeah, and I was doing some pretty decent damage. Oh, I charmed that guy. I don't know if I really need to do that. He was already at half health. Oh, no, I didn't. Maybe that failed. I think it must have failed. Yeah, because I'm not seeing the charm icon. Oh, that guy walked through the spider blood and got poisoned. There's another kind of a neat thing about the spiders. You know, they're mostly just there to absorb damage for me.
Yours is a new penny.
And Medora's getting messed up already. She's just up too close. She needs to be back a few steps, kind of like on the bridge. That way she'd be out of the... There we go. We'll get out of that chest range. Make the crabs come to us. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully that's the plan. That's what I suspected I was doing here. I don't know why I keep casting Oath on those spiders, too, because, I mean, for one thing, they're just going to get slaughtered, and then, two, they miss a lot. So, Oath is much better used on my characters. Because at least with the wands, they don't miss. Oh, and then I'm healing. Healed for 18 with my water rod. Yep, there it goes again. 22 that time. And then I did... Oh, I guess I did 48 with the fire rod, so I don't know. I ended up ahead. But, yeah. Unfortunately, the crabs in this area do absorb water-based attacks, so you have to keep that in mind. Okay. How are we doing here? It's looking okay. Alright, so like I was saying though, this crab is kind of up. Oh, something broke. Got another broken wand. So I thought I fixed I thought I fixed my wands, but apparently I didn't. Ugh, that's so lame. Oh well. There you go. Medora's doing some decent damage still. She really does some pretty impressive damage with that spear. Sorry. One down, 4 to go. Funk. Now I don't know if you could. I don't know if that chest will run out of gold or not. I don't think I think it's worth the time to try to figure that out, but it would be interesting, I guess. Like if it just can't attack anymore after it runs out of gold or something. Again, I don't know if that's the case. I have no idea, but oh, and then here we got. Oh yeah, so I'm trying to hit this guy with another water wand. And, oh, yeah, so we gotta... I took both of her wands off, so she doesn't have any weapons equipped. Okay, that's interesting to say the least. It's an interesting strategy. Alright. Alright, let's get another... spider going. I don't know if this was that great of an idea to keep summoning them out just so that they could get smoked by that treasure chest. It probably would have just been smarter to plug away. Oh, and then did I electrify the ground that it was standing on too? I think I did. And then we got another broken wand. Just completely unprepared for this battle. I did stun that other spider. Womp womp. Okay, so what do we have left here? It looks like just this one crab and the treasure chest. Oh, what's going on here? Camera angle got all funky. Oh, it's because I was so close to the edge. Okay, let's see if I can sneak by and smoke this crab without getting stunned. Oof. Oh, it hurts so bad. Thunk. Ugh. Okay, here's my weaponless wonder, Nicolita. Sneaking around. Okay. Let's move up. Move Medora up here. She's not in that great a shape though, so I don't know if that's such a great idea. Probably should have been a little more cautious here. Nope, I didn't pick up that gold. Okay. Let's start working on this guy though. The crab is stunned for the moment. That's not going to last forever, but I wanted to get working on that guy. Let's, here we go. Do some damage with the spider. The spider's not doing too bad of damage. Ooh. Oh, Medora. Ooh, I'm getting messed up. So, if you notice there, it said Medora resisted death. That's because of Comeback Kid. So she would have died there if she, so Medora, I guess, always has Comeback Kid, but that would have been a kill shot for her. So, again, that Comeback Kid having that right away. Whoa, and then I walked through the poison myself. Oh, so silly. Although, she did some pretty good damage there. But yeah, Comeback Kid's amazing. That the problem with Comeback Kid is it can't be used with Leech, which I don't know. I'm kind of torn on. I kind of like Leech and then kind of not. It's situational. The good thing is, okay, so you can heal essentially off your own blood. So like if something hits you, and then you walk over it, you'll heal a little bit. So like that's a good thing, and then there's plenty of enemies in the game that actually do have it, but there's also a few that just don't. So it's like sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's not. Whereas I feel like Comeback Kid is always useful. I mean, there we go. She just triggered again. So the way that works is, anytime you'd normally be killed, as long as you weren't at 1 HP already, so even if you were at 2 HP and something would kill you, you stay alive, and you will be at 1 HP. But if you're at 1 health and something hits you, and that would have been enough to kill you, you do die. So it's kind of cheap. You can, get down to 1 and then use just a cheap regeneration spell, and you'll be back in, in range where you can take another hit without dying. So it's really interesting. And then it actually makes a really good combo with, what's the name of the ability? Let's check here. What a Rush. So What a Rush increases your turn action points and maximum action points by 2 when your vitality is below 30%. So you get a little bit more regeneration, and your maximum goes up as well. So, but again, that's as long as you're under 30% health. So the combination between those two abilities is pretty cool. And I don't know, I think I would argue that it's more useful than Leech. So the only problem is Leech you can get without any prerequisites, whereas Comeback Kid you have to have, I think it's Willpower 5. Now Medora doesn't have Willpower 5, which is also what makes her super OP, I would say. To have that ability and then not to have the prereqs for it is, I mean, that's kind of nuts. So, anyways, that's my take on Medora and Comeback Kid and Leech, and probably one of the biggest reasons why I use her or have her in my party. Alright, let's collect all this gold that he shot at us. And then... oh, that's weird. So, okay, the chest itself doesn't leave any loot, so I wonder how much gold that you can get from it now. That is kind of interesting. Wonder if it'll just keep spitting out gold all day. I don't know. But all right. Oh, what did I do here? Oh boy. Okay. Now I remember. I went back to town because I had to repair. So, if it looks kind of weird in like the, well, obviously I had a little cut in the video there. That is why I went back to town. I don't think any of my characters right now has a piece of blacksmithing gear on, which is why I had to go all the way back to town. So I mentioned that in some of the other earlier videos there. If one of your characters has a blacksmithing, or even one point into blacksmithing, which I don't necessarily recommend. I think that there's plenty of gear on it in the game that you don't need to waste a point on blacksmithing. But if that's something that you want to do, go right ahead. But yeah, anyways, I don't actually have a piece of gear that's got it right now, so unfortunately I had to go all the way back to town, and frankly it's a really long walk back in here, so that kind of stunk. So alright, here I'm preparing for this battle. There's another one right here now. This one can get out of hand really quick. I remember the first time I played I didn't realize it, but well, I guess it probably didn't take too long, but there's a little hole in the ground back there. You can probably see it. But that thing spits out, I think it's crabs. So I'm going to take this out as fast as I can. Probably, yeah, that's worth using adrenaline just to make sure that it doesn't pop out any baddies. There we go. Okay. So that takes care of that problem. But again, if I remember correctly, it pops out, I thought it was crabs. And unfortunately, you don't get extra experience for killing the additional crabs that pop out of there. So, not worth it to kind of farm here. You just won't get any extra experience, which is a little silly, but that's the way it is. Them's the breaks, as they say. That's an abomination. That is an abomination. Alright, so I got this guy charmed, which is going to be a huge advantage. I mean, so as it always really is, by charming one enemy, it's just so good. I mean, number one, it gets the other enemies to attack it, and then it deals damage for you. So it's crazy. It's just, I don't know, that's one of the more, I would argue, overpowered spells in the entire game. And then the fact that you can get spell books. I mean, you can literally just buy them right in Sightseal. And it only takes, I think it takes Witchcraft level 2. So for 3 points in Witchcraft, you can get, it's called Rapture. And I mean, like I said, it's just, it's so good. I would argue that it's more useful if it lands, that is, than even like a summon, just because again it will help you as well as the other enemies will oftentimes attack it. So it really flips the tide of the battle into your favor. Ooh. Okay, so Medora's got a spear that's got air damage on it. If you notice there, it kind of looks like crackly lightning. So I think it looked like she probably stabbed it, and then I don't know if it was just because it was standing in water, or if no, I don't see any blood on the ground over there. Yeah, so I don't know. It's probably just because it looks like it's standing in water. So there you have it. The crab attacked the abomination, and no, the abomination is attacking this crab. Now here, unfortunately, I believe it heals. Yeah, sprayed some water on the ground, which I guess it spread this electricity because it made more water on the ground for the current to run through. So I don't know, kind of cool. Alright, what's the plan here?
Water rain down!
Water rain down. Let it all rain down on me. I don't know that I really needed more rain here, but let's take a couple steps back from that. I didn't want to get, oh, this is probably a bad idea. We'll see how this pans out. And there, so her summon was already out, and so when I summoned the new one, it kills the old one, because you can only ever have one summon at a time. And no matter what, so like if you've got a spider out and you try to summon like an undead warrior, it'll kill the spider, and only the undead warrior will be able to be out. But that's per character though, so it's not like one summon period. Obviously, you've seen me running around with double spiders for a long time here, but yeah. Again, keep in mind you can only have one summon per character. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is probably not a great idea. Keep just trying to push it and summon these guys really close to the. Yeah, let's just. There we go. Let's take this guy.
Eternal silence.
Oh, and it spread the shock to the other crab over there. Now, if you've got like someone like Jahan with you, you could. Oh wow! And then he just walked into it. Yeah, so that's, I don't know. NPCs do some stupid stuff in this game. That's kind of unfortunate, but them's the breaks. Anyways, like I was saying, you could, if you have Jahan here, you could pick one up with telekinesis, or really anybody. If you've got telekinesis learned on any of your characters, you could pick them up and throw them into the water that's got the current running through it to stun them. So, you know, a lot of really cool stuff that you can do with the environmental effects in this game. Same thing goes for like if you've got you know, some what would it be, poison like on the ground that you've or oil, I guess, that you've lit on fire. You can do the same thing. You can pick stuff up and throw it into it to get it burning.
Sweet relief.
Same with poison. You know, pick it up, throw it into the poison. Okay, we're getting close here. Sure looks like it. Oh, boom! Boom! Oh my god, Medora's a monster. Oh, she's a monster with that spear. There we go. Okay, so that's that. That went really well. I was a little surprised, actually, because I remember the first time I ever played this, that battle didn't go well at all. I had to, pretty sure I had to redo it a few times. Okay, we go. Got all our stuff. Probably a good idea to save now. Okay. Alright, what are we looking at here? Okay. Guess I didn't want to commit to any talents yet. I still don't know that I have, and I'm much farther on. Yeah, I'm only level 7 here. Yeah, my dual wielding's pretty low still. Once you get your dual wielding to level 5, it's pretty amazing. It drops your cost to attack down to 3. So, it's basically, there's no AP penalty for dual wielding at that point. Because if you've got only a single wand in your hand, it only costs 3 AP to attack. But obviously right now it's costing me 4 or 5 depending on the character. Actually, I think everybody's down to 4 now. And I forget if that's at rank 1 or if it's rank 2. It drops it down to, you know, 4 AP from 5. And then, like I said, once you hit 5 in dual wielding, which, you know, is a pretty big investment in points, but once you get there, it drops it down to 3 AP per attack. So it's really good. I don't know, it's really good. But yeah, we'll get there. Usually what I do is I only go to 4, and then there's gear in the game. There's belts that have dual wielding on it, and I think I came across my first belt at level, I think it was either 9 or 10, and I got, you know, like the first belt had dual wielding on it. So the good thing about doing it that way is then you can save yourself 5 ability points, you know, and start working on something else if you want to. So, but you got to be patient and actually find a belt with dual wielding on it. I always am really diligent about visiting all of the merchants, like every time I go back to town and stuff. So, you know, it may take a little while, but when you do get one of those belts, it's so good. I mean, like I said, you can save yourself if you want to stop at 5 anyway. You can save yourself 5 points. And then going to 6 with dual wielding only keeps it, so it keeps the AP cost at 3, but increases the damage that you deal by 5%. And I mean, that's good, but I would say that that's more of something that's worth saving until later, because I mean, really 5% damage, you can put way more points in other things first, like wands, for instance. I mean, even 1 point in wands gives you a 10% bonus to your damage. So, again, I would say if you are going to go full bore and go all the way up to 6, I would say wait and make that something that you do, you know, much later. But, yeah, that's my 2 cents on dual wielding. Oh, and then, who is that? Is that Ambrosia? Yeah, Ambrosia. She's only got 1 wand apparently right now. I either forgot to re-equip or... Oh, no. I think I've only got water wands, so I'm trying to avoid using those for these battles. It's fine for... Oh, no, my charmed crab just got knocked down. That's not great. Oh, well. That's okay. So again, charm or rapture, I should say. So rapture is the name of the book if you buy the book, and then charm is the name of the scroll if you only want to use scrolls. I don't typically like to do that. I'd rather, you know, put my 2 points into witchcraft and be able to cast it whenever I want and not have to worry about trying to find scrolls or making them.
My energy now!
I need all my energy now. Do you though? I don't know. So looks like I got, what did I get, diseased here? And I didn't catch the stats on that. But you got to be careful with some of the status effects, because if they... Oh, that looks really cool. What the heck? Yeah, you got to be careful with some of the status effect altering, what would they be considered, debuffs. Because sometimes if you, let's say if you've got heavy armor equipped on your mage, and your mage has only got just enough like strength to equip that, well, there's a couple of status effects in the game that'll actually remove or make you remove your armor because you don't have the strength to equip it anymore. So, you know, that's one of the crummier things about splitting up your attributes or using different kinds of armor on different characters, because oftentimes if you stick with like robes, for instance, on a you know, an intelligence-based character, you'll most likely have so much intelligence that even if you took a debuff, it wouldn't make a difference and your gear would still stay on. But that's the name of the game, and them's the breaks, you know. So I like to switch it up a bit and use some heavier armor for my squishy characters. But again, that's the price I pay. Sometimes I exit battle and I'm butt naked. Okay, probably not that bad, I'm sure. Usually I have like 1 piece of like dexterity gear and 1 piece of strength, and you know, the rest is intelligence based. But You never know. You never know. Alright, so what we've got left here. Is this just one bowman left? Didn't catch how many we've got here. We're getting there. Thunk, thunk. There we go. Oh. Okay, and then I forgot there's a second point of the battle here. So these things can be really annoying, but there's something kind of cool that you can do here. So again, if you've got Jahan with you, you can actually pick up one of these bombs. Oh, you can pick one up with like telekinesis and drop it next to the other one, and both of them will blow up. So that'll take out both at the same time. Or if you've got ranged characters like I do, you just blow them up. Boom goes the dynamite. There we go. Alright. So that was easy. If you've just got a group of like melee characters, keep your distance or be at full health when you finish them off, because they do a lot of damage when they blow up. Yeah, I forgot all about the second part of that battle. Pretty brutal stuff.
Soaked to the skin.
Okay, let's get some rain going here. I really need to get healed up. I've got my characters are all missing about 25% or so. Okay, so where are we going? Yeah, let's go to this side first. Okay. So around this area there are a bunch of switches. Now, one of them almost one-shot me. I think it took me right down to 2 health, so you got to be careful with these things. I think this one's the blind switch. Yeah, let's save. Good plan.
Ah, so that's what that did.
Okay, so that's the blind trap right there. And what's this next one? Okay, the golden switch. Okay, so this one is the one for the treasure chest. And then I've got a little, I've got a little cut there that I had to make because I had to splice in some footage. But alright, so what I got? There's a trap. Oh gosh, someone almost walked over it. And then here's the vibrating. So this is the one that almost one-shot me. Oh my god. So it's a stun, and then I don't know if it does a set amount of damage. Let's see here. How much health am I at? 3 out of 265, and it looked like I was at full health when I grabbed that, but I don't know for sure. So yeah, I don't know if that's percentage based or if it does a set amount. I'm not really sure on that. I don't know that I've ever seen one of my characters get killed by it, but I guess maybe if you're worried about that, you could or grab it or interact with it with one of your characters that has more health.
Look out. I see a
Oh,
trap
we've got some
nearby.
traps here. And then there is something hidden here at the end of the dock. There we go.
I found something.
Glass ruby. Okay. I don't remember what that is. I assume a crafting piece, but I probably just end up selling it. The chalky switch here starts a
Ah, so that's what that
fight with a skeleton. He's not too difficult, and it's only one of them. Here I thought maybe I could hit him, but no dice. I guess same thing though as earlier. If you've got somebody with teleport. Is that the name of that? Teleport? I think it's teleport. You could drop them into it, but I don't believe I do right now. Yeah, I don't have anyone with that. For the time being, we'll fix that situation a little while later. Boom. Okay, we're going to finish this guy off, and then I am going to call it a day on this video because we're getting a little on the long side. So, as always, hope this guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.
I need to dry off.